Okay, so here we are starting with an oil and coal wax piece that I have quite a bit of texture on, but I'd like to add some color to it. And as you can see, it was very monochromatic, but now I'm going to add in a little bit of sap green. And this is again with the oil and coal wax. And I'm starting in with the brayer. I will show you a few techniques that I do that is in the world of oil and coal wax actually, different ways to apply the paint. And so this right here is with the brayer. And I'm being very subtle with this. I'm trying not to put too much on too soon. I'm kind of playing with this a little bit, seeing where it feels right, where to add the color. It's very important that I think about that while I'm doing this, and I'm always aware of those textures in there that I've created earlier on, and just wanting to try to get the subtleness of the color and gradually building up on that. So now here I have a palette knife, and I'm going to be adding in a little bit lighter color here. I just want to also give a different technique in there, a different look, so it's not all just the brayer. And the palette knife is really nice because you can get in smaller areas. There's a little something there I was trying to just pick out of there I didn't like. But it's nice because you can get those little areas that you want to pay a little bit more attention to detail. And I love this. I love that. I love being able to have that liberty of being able to do that, adding in big masses of color and then coming in with little areas of color. And I'm starting to build something here. What I'm seeing almost looks like a marsh of some way, somewhere in the rainforest or something. And I've got a lot of darks in there. And the light that I'm bringing in is, bringing this all to life actually. But at the same time, I'm still trying to keep with that feeling that I'm getting for this painting. And that is something that I also, whenever I'm working like this, I always keep in mind. And so now here I'm going to be bringing in a Messermeister bowl scraper. And these are really nice because they have just the right amount of firmness yet flexibility. And this, I really pay attention to how I'm laying the color on there, my pressure that I'm using, and also direction. And this is where I really love how these bowl scrapers work, because I can vary that as well. I can go in and I can put in a larger area, a smaller area as well. And here I'm turning it around because I want the angle of where that light is going to come in to hit a certain way, because I'm feeling like this may be some trees up above. And I really want to kind of give that feeling that there's a lot of light coming from within the middle part of the painting. So that's the reason why I turn the painting around, and I do this very often because at the angle that I am using my tools, and in this case the Messermeister, it helps to grab onto those textured areas if you go at a certain angle. And I find this is just what works for me. It's very easy to do when I flip that canvas around. And here I go again with that palette knife, and I'm carving in some more textures and then softening. And I do this all the time. I switch my tools. I'm looking at what I'm doing, what I'm creating, what feeling I want to get. Do I want to have more deeper textures? Do I want to maybe soften those? And that is what I'm doing here. And again, I'm changing my angle. And this is something that I build layers and layers and layers. And it started off with a very monochromatic piece. And now adding in some color has really made some significant changes in this piece. And I love working like this intuitively. And sometimes I don't even have a plan. I just let it happen. And this is the best part. I love working like this, especially with oil and cold wax. And if there's something you do you don't like, you can always cover it back up or gouge it out of there if you want to. But all in all, I like where this piece is going. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and just giving you a little insight into how I build these layers in the cold wax.